I'm Danny Gurry, and you've tuned in to Good Morning Frederick. It's a podcast, about Frederick. Everything, the people, the businesses, the nonprofits, and the cool stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Good Morning Frederick.
I'm Dan from Maryland Double Deckers, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Oh, he is quick and to the point. That is Dan from Maryland Double Deckers, and I am Danny. Good morning, Frederick. Today is Thursday, January 9th, and I am your host, Danny Gurry. I'd like to tell you what we're doing today. Today's show, we've got Chris Michaels from WFMD's Morning News Express with your local Frederick news, weather, and potentially sports. Maybe not, because Bob is not here today. So who knows what's going to happen in that update. And I'm sure we're going to be talking about things other than news and weather as well. You can count on that. I'm going to go over all the events in Frederick. Well, actually, I'm going to highlight some of the events you're going to want to know about. If you want a listing of all of the events in Frederick, you want to look on the description of the video you're watching right now, and it has a link right to the calendar that I talk about all of the time. And if you leave a comment on my screen, on my stream, if I see it, I will add it. Some of the places I stream to, which right now we're going to 8 different platforms. Some don't show the comments to me. So if you do comment and I haven't added you, you can guarantee a comment will show up if you're on YouTube. Good morning to my friend Tara Flannery. Thank you so much for joining us each day. I'm telling you, missed you so much while you didn't feel well. And I feel like it's been a year since I have seen her or Shannon, actually. So it's been crazy, crazy holiday season. I have an interview today. I call him TikTok Tommy. There was a video. I was searching through TikTok, as I do, scrolling through and seeing what's going on. I found this video about Frederick. 2 young men were in the video. I reached out and I interviewed them yesterday. Quite funny. And we'll show the video that has kind of gone viral. It's made Frederick viral for sure in a pretty big way. I think over 275,000 views at last checking. So we'll chat with them. And then I chat with Earl Robbins. He is an honoree for 2025's African Americans of Excellence that is happening at the Weinberg Center on February 5th. So we get to chat with the honorees, and we're going to highlight some of the artists as well, including one of the student artists so far that I have interviewed who are creating this amazing exhibit, which kicks off on February 5th. All right, January charity is Andrea's House. You can support Andrea's House by buying the Good Morning Frederick merchandise at the home of everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street. Shop will be open today, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. You're going to want to get to the shop sometime today through Sunday, okay? Because as you know, when we talk about it, you can pull a number off the wall, get a prize, and that is only going through Sunday this week. So you're going to want to get to the shop and maybe pick up a few chapsticks, maybe a couple pins, a magnet you can put on your fridge or your car or, whatever. You don't have to spend a lot. If you took $10, you could get a couple stickers and some chapsticks and some pins, and that $10 is going to go to Andrea's House. So we want to be able to donate to them in February to help as they help women and children who are staying together through a mother's recovery. And we love that. We love that about Andrea's House. They're doing great things for our community. So we like to do great things for them. And I can't do it without your help. So I 100% appreciate everybody getting out to the shop, the home of everything Frederick. It is great in there. There are so many awesome things. There she is. Good morning to Shannon Flynn. I have not seen her since she's become an engaged woman to that gentleman right there, Jim. Congratulations to them. that happened over the holidays, and sending her. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year. I feel it in my bones. And, you just got to put it into the universe, and then we'll manifest a great year no matter what, right? No matter what's happening in the craziness of the world, we're going to make it a great year. Every show we make a podcast. So if you just want to listen, you can find us on most platforms like Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeart, as well as others. YouTube as well has a platform for podcasts, I guess that's what you call it. Every time I say I have a podcast, people are like, well, it's a video. Well, I don't know what you call it. A vodcast. There you go. All right, let's go ahead and get our Thursday officially kicked off. Huge thank you to Heart Home Solutions, your solution for all your home remodeling needs. Basement refinishes, new kitchens or baths, extra rooms. That's the job that Heart Home Solutions loves and can do for you. If you're selling and you need you need a new kitchen or bathroom to get that 100% of market value, or maybe you just bought and you need to touch up some of those things too, contact Heart Home Solutions. They are veteran owned, locally owned, and they love the jobs they do. HART, hearthomesolutions.com. Reach out to them today. All right, I've stalled for 8 minutes. I don't know. I'm assuming Chris is going to hop on here. But let me do this. This is on the shorter side, so I'm going to there he is. See, when I threaten like that, he jumps on. Hang on a sec. We'll get started with Chris from WFMD's Morning News Express.
I felt the threats through my phone. So I was like, I better hop on.
I said every time I threaten, I'm like, well, I'm stalling as long as I can. So I'm going to move. And then there you are.
Well, that's one good thing about what we do for a living is we're able to stall. So There you go. We always find things to talk about. Bob left the show a little bit early, not much early, but Bob left the show a little bit early because he's taking his wife to the airport.
Yes.
So luckily, there's always things that are popping in my head that I could talk about. Not necessarily intelligent things, but things nonetheless. So good morning.
Entertaining nonetheless.
There you go. Good morning. How are you today?
I'm excellent today. How are you?
Doing great. So, one of the main topics, and, obviously we like to joke around and have fun. One of the main topics that me and Bob were talking about today, of course, was the horrible fire going on out in California. And it's, you listen to the news and you hear about what all these people are going through, and it makes you feel stupid. When I say you, I mean me. It makes me feel stupid waking up in the morning, stubbing my toe, and being in a bad mood when something like what's going on out in California is affecting all these people. So obviously our prayers are with them. And, me and Bob were talking about, this seems to be the area it's in right now, I guess called the Palisades, seems to be an affluential area where people are losing their homes. And a lot of people say, well, it's no big deal for them because a lot of them have money. They can afford new homes. But it's like, in the end of the day, I think about, I'm like, yeah, but you can't buy memories. No matter how much money you have, you can't buy memories. And no matter if you're rich or poor, these people are losing memories, maybe love letters with their wives, memories of their parents who might have passed away, or children, whatever the case is. So it's very heartbreaking.
Well, and I think, what you say is very true. I think many times we get caught up in a lot of our own stuff and we forget that there are always people going through worse things than we are. So it hopefully readjusts to allow you to appreciate your life as it is, even if things are tough and a struggle. I did watch on social yesterday a woman who has a podcast, and the fires are nearing her home enough that she is evacuating. And she was very distraught because at that point, if something were happening here and you had 24 hours to pack up everything you wanted to take with you, what would you take? And I think that, it was she was struggling because she was a podcaster. Her studio was set up in her home, and leaving that behind, though things can be replaced, the place where you launched will never be the same if she comes home and the house has been destroyed. So yeah, it's very, I think sometimes we have to remember that things are things. And but you're right. Like if you have your, things that can't be replaced, photographs or artwork, or things you can't possibly load up into a car within 24 hours to move. Yeah, it's really, it's terrible. And I think that you just pray right now that they can get this under control and that the damage is minimized as much as possible.
And one thing that we're talking about, all the obviously human casualties are horrible. I think it's a total of like 5 deaths so far, 5 or 6 last I heard. But one thing we do forget is our furry friends, our animals and our pets, because they are part of the family. And fires, they move fast as it is, but when you have winds at 40, 50 miles an hour, it makes those fires move that much faster. And you only have a certain amount of time. Heck, I was listening to a lady who was talking, and she was saying that the Palisades, again, where the fires affecting most people, are literally behind her, and she can see the fire coming towards her. So you only have so much time to act, and you have 2 dogs, a couple of cats. You want to try to get them in the car as fast as you can, obviously, but unfortunately you can't do that. So there's so many pets out there too that we do. I was always listening that there was a guy who actually, a farmer, who actually had to let his horses go. Obviously, you can't take your horses and put in a car, so he just had to let them go and run. That was the only chance they had to survive. So we forget about those poor animals out there too, who are suffering and who are dying. Again, their family.
Yeah, yeah, horrible, horrible. And but one thing I do know is that we are a very great nation in coming together to support when something like this happens, and people are very resilient. And I think we will see that once we get away from this a little bit and things have calmed down, that we are able to come back hopefully better and than before.
So before I get to news on a lighter thing, I have a question for you. I think I already know the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway, just in case I can kind of slide on by. Yesterday, I'm a little behind on the movie thing, okay? But I did say 2 a week. The week's not over yet. However, I was watching something on ESPN yesterday. It's called the Baltimore Bullies. It's about the Baltimore Ravens 2000 Super Bowl. Does that indeed count as a movie?
Did not count.
Now, what if I would have said, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I was watching something on the Washington Redskins and
Still
their
doesn't
Super
count.
Bowl.
Not iconic.
Well, I mean, some would say that the Baltimore defense of 2000 was
Not
very
on the
iconic.
list. Not on the list. There
Darn.
are football
Dang.
movies on the list that you can watch. Not that one.
Let me tell you, folks, Danny, when she makes rules, she sticks to her guns. And I tell you that because I used to work for her. She used to be my boss at another radio station. She sticks to her guns. That's why she's been so successful in her time out there. So I was okay. Well, you got it. All right,
Nice.
so I'll have to do more.
Nice try, though, and I know you're doing it for the kids, right? I know you're just
Yes.
trying to eke out some more money from us for the kids, but really, this is like when your parents used to punish you or they used to say, "This hurts me more than it hurts you," or whatever, or you'll see on the other side why this is so good for you. That's what this is.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that, Danny, because I was a good kid. I've never gotten punished. I never got caught smoking a cigarette in the bushes. I never got caught riding inside the garbage can when a storm came because I wanted to be in a boat on water. I never got caught putting dirt down the fish tank, thus killing many innocent fish. Hopefully, nobody from PETA is listening right now. I was a good boy, so I
Of
have no clue
course
of what
you
you're talking
were.
about.
You were an angel, an angel.
There's my little halo.
Oh, I love
All
it.
right. So I suppose I should get to some news, right?
Sure.
Man admits to a violent robbery in Frederick, sentencing scheduled for February. Suspect attacked and robbed a mother and an 8-year-old child. The Frederick man pleaded guilty Tuesday to robbery with a dangerous weapon following a May 2023 attack in which he pepper sprayed a mother and her 8-year-old child before fleeing with the woman's pocket purse. Unbelievable. For a purse, you probably scar a child for life and hurt the mother like that. It's very, very sad. I say throw the book at him.
Yeah.
Getting into other news, the 2025 Maryland General Assembly gathered into session on Wednesday. The session will last until Monday, April 9th, and adjourn at midnight on that day. The House of Delegates had a meeting starting at around 12 o'clock noon, where lawmakers voted on some procedural matters. Governor Westmore paid a visit to the House. This is going to be a good session for the people of Maryland, and by the time we get to sign die, the people will know that we came here and we got the work done on their behalf. He told legislators. And getting into other news, Frederick County is now being accepted for Frederick County's critical farmers program, and obviously very important for Frederick County as we are an agricultural county that provides assistance for farmers who want to buy property but can't compete against other buyers who have more resources. It also helps to preserve agricultural property. And taking a look at weather, Danny, what could I say? Cold. Were you freezing this morning when you woke up?
I've been freezing since December 1st. So,
Right? So I love, obviously I love what I do, but what I hate is when I get up so early in the morning, it's even colder than when normal folks get up, and it's dark, it's dreary, and it is tough. But again, luckily the good thing is I love what I do and I love the people I work with, so I can't complain too much. Today, windy with on and off snow showers this morning, bright sunshine later on. So there you go. There's some good news, Danny. Bright sunshine. High of 30 tonight. Oh my goodness, it's going to get down to a low of 16. Mainly clear skies. We're still going to have those winds. Going to be about 10 to 20 miles an hour. And taking a look, tomorrow is your TGIF forecast. I try to look at it like this, Danny. When I'm giving a thank God it's Friday forecast, no matter how bad the forecast might be, it's still Friday, right? So it's
it is
not
right. That's
completely
right.
bad. So
Oh,
taking a look at tomorrow's forecast, we're going to have a high of 33, partly cloudy skies in the morning. We'll give away to cloudy skies during the afternoon. We'll get up a little bit. It won't be 16 degrees. However, it still be well below freezing at 24 for the low, very cloudy with some snow showers tomorrow night. So there you go. That is the news and weather for tomorrow. And
yep.
Bob Miller, he's not here because again, he's taking his wife to the airport. So not sure where she's going. Maybe she's going to Hawaii.
Right, she probably is. Probably is. All right. So here on screen is the movie list that we talk about with Chris. If you have a suggestion of a movie he should watch, he's got to watch two this weekend. So if you have a suggestion, type in that bit.ly address that you see on the screen, type that into your browser. You'll get the full list. I do have to edit to the ones that you've already seen. We will add those to the list, but I can't wait. Monday morning, we will talk about them, and Chris and Bob talk about them on 9:30 a.m. WFMD. And yes, we
So
can't wait to see what's next.
in the near future, I'm hoping to make, again, we're going to do the teaser, Danny. More information will come later on about it. But I'm hoping to make an appearance over at the Everything Frederick and More store. And we'd love for you to come down and also tell us what movies you recommend that I
Yeah.
watch. But I got to be honest with you, Danny. Dan, you have like 250 movies on there. I'm beginning to think if people recommend movies, odds are they're going to be on there. And if it's not on there, it's probably not a classic movie, like you said, but we still want to hear anyway.
Yes, yes. Well, we can. Why? I think we can't. We tell people what's happening on February 1st.
Oh, I'm all for it. I didn't know if you wanted to or not, but yeah, I'm all for it. Sure. I mean, but although I do like teasing, teasing is fun,
Okay.
Danny.
All right. Well, we'll wait. We'll wait till we'll
So
tell them. We'll tell them next week. We'll tell them
maybe,
next.
maybe we'll wait till at least one meeting, then afterwards, maybe we'll tell them.
It's all good. It's all good. All right.
All right, my friend.
Well, we thank you for the update. No, you have to get back to work. You got a lot of stuff to do over there. I will see you later on. I'll see you for TGIF.
Good morning, Frederick.
Good morning. All right. I want to thank Chris for that update. Oh goodness. Check out that list though. I think if you didn't catch it, I'll put it up one more time. You can screenshot it. Would love to see what you think of the movies on the list. Maybe we've forgotten some. It is very possible. But these are iconic movies, especially ones that have themes or sayings that Chris hasn't ever heard because, well, he's heard the sayings, but he doesn't get the context because he's never seen the movies. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to be back with the highlight of the events happening in Frederick. We've got TikTok Tommy. We got Earl Robbins, who's being honored as an African American of excellence of our community. And yeah, we're going to get right to it all right after these messages.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining finally beyond compare.
This next segment is just a reminder what a great place we live in here in Frederick because there's so much going on all the time. Let's talk about what's happening in Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar in Frederick and Taquito in Hagerstown. Taco Bar is in West Point Plaza, just off Route 40. Serves up some great food, great area for you to sit down, beautiful inside. Raul actually decorated the interior himself. It's got some great artwork and photographs. It's a spectacular place. So if you want to sit inside and enjoy your tacos and visit the taco bar, which is the place to put on all your toppings that you want, go to Taco Bar in West Point Plaza. Taquito is at 812 Frederick Street in Hagerstown, and they offer the same great quality food with a drive-through experience. And you can ask for the toppings you want on the side. TacoBar1.com or Taquito by TacoBar.com. And you can get all the events. Remember, go into the description of the video you're watching right now, and you can see a link. Click on the link, and you'll see the full calendar. Or you can see it online, promocircus.com. Everything Frederick Live, and calendar of events. Love to give you the gifts. This ends this Sunday. Well, it ends Friday, really. Tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last day. Maryland Lottery, Maryland Lottery, and Good Morning Frederick giving you a scratch off just for texting the word gift to 888-465-2944. Again, that's 888-465-2944. That's all you got to do. Oh, you got to be over 18 as well. And you have to be able to pick it up at the home of Everything Frederick. But if you can do that today, text and get to the home of Everything Frederick by Sunday, you can also pull a number off the wall because you've already texted. I'm sure you're already subscribed to YouTube. You pull a number off the wall, you hand it to the person behind the desk, and they're going to give you an envelope filled with a prize. Prize could be Maryland Lottery scratch offs. It could be a $100 gift card. Could be Good Morning Frederick merchandise. You never know until you go and pull the number off the wall. It ends on Sunday, okay? Once Sunday goes, that is it, no longer. All right, today is January 9th. I'm heading to my Key City Rotary meeting at noon. You can always come as my guest the second and fourth Thursdays of the month. Plan on one and just let me know. I'd be happy to have you there. At 3:30 p.m., it's the High School Art Club at the Delaplane. And at 8 p.m., it's a real rap show at Rockwell Riverside. Tomorrow is one of the final days you can take a trip on the Maryland double deckers. They will drive through downtown. You get to see the lights. It's beautiful. They do have some blankets and warmers. You can do that, or maybe sit in the lower section and go up and outside when they make their photo stops. I don't know. A little chilly for me, but there is Poorhouse Trivia at 6 p.m. It's at South Mountain Creamery. 7 o'clock, it's at Whistle Stop and the Links at Chaladon. And 8 p.m., it's UMD men's basketball is at the Xfinity Center. On Saturday, you can take a CPR class. If you need to be CPR certified, reach out to FCC. They are doing that class from 8:30 to 4 at the Monroe Street, campus of FCC. At 10, if you have a dog that you want to be a part of Wags for Hope, you can actually attend an orientation at Tally Rec Center, which is the downtown armory at 10 a.m. 11 to 3, just walk into Rosati's on 7th Street in the Common Market Shopping Center and say, hey, I saw on Good Morning Frederick, I can get a free slice of pizza. And you get a free slice of pizza just like that. I mean, that is brilliant. And I think they're doing cheese, pepperoni, and sausage. Not sure on that, but just walk right in. There is no purchase necessary. And we would love to have a huge turnout at Rosati's, 11 to 3 this Saturday. And at noon, visit our friend Karen Hillman's Cozy Castle for a retreat. You do need tickets for that, so you're going to want to check on Eventbrite. There are tickets, or if you look on the calendar, there is typically a link through to where you can get tickets. On Sunday, it's the pop-up market in Brunswick, and there's Comedy Sunday at Cellar Door at 7 p.m. All right, our coming soon continues to grow. Of course, on Tuesday, we have our 200th live show. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be live at the home of Everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street. You can purchase stuff on that day, 8 to 10 a.m. So come on by. If you've never gotten a chance to come by before, slip by before work, all right? And come by. We're going to have tons of giveaways, not only if you're in person, but if you're watching live, okay? We're going to have live texting, live commenting, and you're going to get a chance to win some great prizes, including a portion of 200 Maryland Lottery scratch-offs that we're giving away. On the 16th, it is trivia for singles at the home of Everything Frederick, 6 to 9 p.m. We'd love for you to come out and enjoy that and have some fun, have some laughs, no high pressure, nothing. We're going to have a good time. On the 18th, again, you can get your free pizza slice at Rosati's. We'll talk about that too next week. And on the 21st, you can see The Price is Right live at the Weinberg. On January 30th, my friend Jim Bryan, who runs the Church of Satire Comedy Club in Hanover, is going to be at Rockwell Riverside. We're going to have him on the show hopefully next week to talk about, he's very funny, very dry, very funny. On February 1st, there's another CPR class at FCC Monroe Center, and it is also First Saturday in downtown Frederick. This is the largest first Saturday of the year. It is fire and ice, and it is a ton of fun. There's ice mini golf, ice games, there's ice luges everywhere. It is going to be a lot of fun. On February 5th, it is the African Americans of Excellence exhibit. It is at the Weinberg Center. Tickets are just $15. Get yours now at weinbergcenter.org. Or if you cannot attend, we would love for you to donate $150, which will allow a child from the Boys and Girls Club or City Youth Matrix and their families attend. So we're giving 2 students plus their families tickets. It's 10 tickets you're purchasing. You're donating them, and they are going to go in your name to the African Americans of Excellence exhibit kickoff event. All right. So this is a great way to support the community if you cannot attend that event. February 8th is the Bootleggers Ball at McClintock. You can get your tickets now. February 14th to 17th, it is a winter grief retreat at Thorpe Woods Mountain location, and it is presented by the Umbrella Project. And we're going to be speaking with them coming up here soon. I think this is a great opportunity to be amongst people who are going through the same things, and you're going to get some help if you need it. February 15th is the Hyperlocal Brew Fest at the Frederick Fairgrounds. We're going to start giving away tickets next week to that. February 20th, Critters on the Catwalk to benefit the local animal shelter. And then March 5th is the African Americans of Excellence reception and auction. You're going to be able to purchase the artwork completed by the professionals and the students and the photographs as well. March 15th is the 20th annual Retro Prom, which is a fundraiser for the Met. It is at Tally Rec Center. 20 years they've been doing that. March 15th and 16th, it is the 50th annual Home and Garden Expo at the Frederick Fairgrounds as well. So many great things that happen in our town. I'm telling you, it's just such a great place to live. If you have an event you want included on the calendar, email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com or tag me on social. Make sure I see it. If you're going to just tag me or message me on social, that's usually the best way. And you can message through Good Morning Frederick, my personal Facebook page, or Everything Frederick Live. Any of those, I check those pretty frequently. Okay, one more quick break, and then we're back with TikTok Tommy and Earl Robbins coming up right after this.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art's splatter room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're located right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and beyond. A&S Construction specializes in roofing and siding. They can do your windows and gutters and even build you a new patio or deck. I know it's cold out right now. This is the time to start planning for those things or if you're feeling that cold air through your windows, you want to give Sandra a call today, 301-703-2157, or you can email info@ansconstruction.net. That's ansconstruction.net. You can visit them on the web as well. Check out their reviews. Check them out on social media as well. And because you watch Good Morning Frederick, you can get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Just let her know you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. Okay, we want to talk about people of Frederick. People of Frederick is sponsored by Intense Barbecue, family-owned barbecue food truck and catering company, cooking in small batches to ensure the food is as fresh as it can be no matter where they're serving it. You can find them at intensebarbecue.com. That's well, let me just put it on screen for you. There you go. Intensebarbecue.com. Satisfy your meat tooth. They are doing our food for our 200th show, and they also did food for our Christmas party. It was a not taco bar, and it was a beef, pulled pork, brisket, and pulled chicken nacho bar with all the toppings. Of course, rolls if you just wanted to have a slider as well. Is perfect. Everybody could make exactly what they wanted. It was delicious. Everyone raved about it. And it was so easy. They took care of everything, which I loved. All right. I was scrolling through social and found these two and thought you needed to see it too, because it is kind of going viral. I spend my evenings scrolling through social media to keep up with what's hot and what's happening and what's viral. And these two have put Frederick on the map actually recently. I'm chatting with Tommy and Alex, who are now students at UMD, but are from Frederick. And you guys took a song about Frederick and right before Thanksgiving went to highlight all these spots. Welcome to Good Morning Frederick. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you for having us.
Awesome. Okay, so you guys came across my feed and I thought that is freaking hilarious. First of all, I thought you all wrote the song. I'd never heard it before. So tell me how you found this song about Frederick.
No, we didn't write it. It was one of those AI songs that was already on Spotify, and we were just in the library, not doing work, scrolling, and then we saw this song that it just names a bunch of different spots from Frederick. I thought it'd be kind of cute, kind of funny if we just made TikTok going to every single spot the song mentions. And that was during Thanksgiving, and we did it. And then we posted it, and by the time I woke up, it was getting thousands and thousands of likes. And by now, it has 30,000 likes and over 270,000 views.
Well, that is the goal for most people kind of creating TikToks, but you guys just had no idea, I'm sure, that it was going to blow up this way. And again, I'm still shocked that somebody put this stuff into AI, wrote the song about Frederick with all these spots in it. At UMD, though, are you guys hits on campus, or is it really just here in Frederick and then beyond in the world? Like people you said in California are commenting on this video.
Not so much on campus, I would say. But like, everybody I knew who knew me, whether they're from Frederick or not, they're seeing it because people all over Maryland are seeing. I mean, this didn't just go viral in Frederick. It went viral all across Maryland, all across the DMV. There are some people in California or Colorado who saw it for some weird reason, but it did have the regional virality.
Absolutely. All right. So you guys did you meet at St. John Regional Catholic Prep? Is that where you guys became friends?
Yeah. Not Catholic Prep.
St. John Regional Catholic
Middle
School.
School,
Sorry,
yeah.
SJRCS, right on Possumtown Pike. That's awesome. And then you kind of went to your different high schools. You guys went to 1 year of college somewhere else and then ended up at one of the greatest schools in the country, UMD. And Alex, what are you studying at UMD?
I'm studying mechanical engineering with a possible minor in environmental science.
Very good. And how about you, Tommy?
I'm doing political science on a pre-law track.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. All right. I'm going to play the video for you guys. You can follow Tommy on TikTok at TommyLC_. Go have a look. We're going to play it for you right now and enjoy a little bit of our great town of Frederick. We love it. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
In Frederick, Maryland, where the vibes are so fly, where the people sing and dance underneath the blue sky. We got Catoctin Mountain, scenic views for miles, and the Carroll Creek flowing with style. Downtown streets lined with shops and cafes, Hood College, FCC, where students find their ways. We got the Weinberg Theater hosting shows each night, and the iconic Ambrose State Park, what a sight. Frederick, Maryland, where the history runs deep, the Francis Scott Key Mall, where shoppers love to creep. We got Baker Park with its beautiful lake, and the fairgrounds where the Great French Fair takes place.
All right, there you go. Little bit of viralness on TikTok for Frederick. It's just so funny. How funny are those guys? I mean, you just think, oh, I'm just going to do something a little fun, and there you go. So we really appreciate them for doing that. And I'm so glad to have found it. All right, we're going to talk about who is doing good in our neighborhood. And, I think this next interview, which is our first one with one of the honorees from the African American of Excellence exhibit, I think you're going to enjoy it. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. You're going to travel better with Antietam World Travel Service because they are your gateway to worry-free journeys. They have an extensive network, unmatched experience, and personalized services, and you can explore the world with confidence and ease. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now and get started on your dream vacation. Here's Earl Robbins.
The following presentation features one of the honorees, artists or students, who are contributing to the African Americans of Excellence exhibit, coming to the Weinberg Center on February 5th.
Well, I'm retired, so I usually do as little as I possibly can.
That's great. I can't wait for that day. You have been selected as one of the honorees for the African Americans of Excellence for Frederick for 2025.
Correct.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so. I can consider it an honor.
Yeah.
I was surprised when I got the email and felt real good about it.
Yeah. So tell me how long you've been in Frederick.
Over 40 years.
Okay.
Let's see. I came to Frederick in 76.
Okay. About the same time I think we moved here, yeah.
Yeah, I figured we'd be here for a couple of years because didn't know a whole lot about Frederick.
What brought you here?
I came to work at East Alco, a little company. Yeah, they had offered me a job. I looked on the map and saw where Frederick was. Didn't know that much about it, so I called some of my friends that I went to college with who lived in D.C., who lived in Baltimore. And I said, I got a job offer in Frederick. What can you tell me about Frederick? And they said, we don't go to Frederick. That's Klan country.
Oh, no.
And I said, oh, okay. I came here by myself for a while my wife, I should go back, I lived in South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina.
Oh, yeah, I've been to Greenville, yeah.
Okay, and so my wife stayed there to sell the house. So I was here for a couple of months by myself and looked around Frederick and said, well, we'll just see what happens.
Yeah.
So obviously things worked out because I'm still here.
Obviously things did work out. So you were at East Alco.
Correct.
And then what? Did you stay there and retire?
Yeah, I retired from East Alco.
Okay.
Actually, while I was there, I got promoted to the corporate side, even though I was still headquarters out of Frederick. My last 5-6 years, I actually worked as part of corporate.
Okay.
So I was the director of state and local government affairs at the time that I retired.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's an important job.
Well, it was an interesting job. Anyway.
Yeah.
Chance to work with government folks and with the public. So,
right.
So that was pretty interesting.
And then after in your retirement, what have you been doing?
Not a whole lot. Well, let's see. I've always done some mentoring with necktie clubs in the public schools.
Awesome.
And I ran for office for county exec. Got stomped in that. Otherwise, well, I'm a grandpa.
Oh, well,
so,
that's the biggest job of all.
Oh, yeah. So having fun with the grandchildren.
How many grandchildren do you have?
5.
Five grandchildren.
5 grandchildren, yes.
Yeah.
My wife and I, we're snowbirds, so we go to Mesa, Arizona, which is a part of the Phoenix metropolitan area.
Okay.
So that puts us pretty close to
that's
the grandkids
great.
on the West Coast. So that works out pretty well.
The running for office piece, how was that experience?
Well, it was a bad experience losing.
Well, losing.
But the process
Yeah.
is really interesting, and you really don't know how big Frederick County is until you land-wise until you're trying to reach the masses to request their vote. It's a pretty large county.
It is a very large county.
But that process, meeting of people, because I was in government, did government affairs too, so I knew something from that side of it too. But meeting people, because I did public affairs too, so I'd been involved with a lot of people, and so I ran into a lot of folks who I had known a long time ago who were saying. It was interesting that someone said, "Are you related to that Earl Robbins that was at East Alco?" "Oh, I used to work with." I said, "Well, that's me." So that part was interesting.
Yeah, where you were able to reconnect with people.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And I mean, I know it's tough. You ran as an independent, right? And so I know that that's tough anytime.
First of all, just to signatures that you need.
To be included, That's a process in itself.
Right. A lot of folks who will say, I'm a registered voter. Well, some of them aren't telling the truth. They sign your
oh,
form,
goodness.
and then when you go through that process, you find out they're not really registered. But still, that whole process was very interesting. I learned a lot. So I said it was bad. Losing is always bad, but the experience itself was
of course.
Was
I mean, if you learn something from it, right, then it's not a bad thing. Obviously, we all want to win.
Right.
What do you think could change with that whole system?
I don't know how you can change it.
Yeah.
Because we're so set in our two-party system. Maybe about 10 years back, in one of the Republican primaries, they let independents vote. But folks just aren't willing to give up power.
Yeah. If you had become county executive, what are the things that you would have wanted to see happen in Frederick County?
Well, I just think I'd like to see government be open. I think everybody should feel good about their elected officials. I would like to see what I could do as far as providing low-cost housing, because it's so frustrating when you see people out on the street because they can't afford a place to live. I think I would, where we have 5 councilmen in districts and 2 at large, I would push to make it 7 at large. I was on the charter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
And one of the things that I had suggested to them that we go to 7 councilmen, and I said to them, but I said eventually we're going to grow to where we're going to need 7 anyway to properly provide the representation that's needed.
Because there's a bunch of them, I think, that handle people that are so different, like a really rural agriculture area right into the city of Frederick.
Right.
If there was one thing you'd want people of Frederick to know about you, what would that be?
Well, one, that I'm retired, so I've stepped away from a lot of things. But I've also, I think they should know that, I've always tried to be a good citizen. I've always tried to give back to the community. I mentor young men. I talked about being with the Necktie Club. I helped start the Necktie Club, and at one time we were in 5 of the high schools. I run into members, Necktie Club members here and there. In fact, 2 of the honorees in the class that I'm in right now were young men that I mentored in Necktie Club.
Really?
Yeah, so that makes this real special to be a part of that. I've tried to serve the community. I've been on a number of boards and commissions in Frederick County.
Yeah.
I was on the Board of Education from 1986 to 1996, served on the board of the Chamber of Commerce,
Very nice.
but also was part of organizations in the community that was promoting education, recognizing kids who are successful academic achievers in the schools, especially in the African American community, because a lot of times they don't get recognized, and so that was a real pet peeve of mine. So, and I also want them to know that I've always tried to promote higher education, and I've also encouraged young people to look to move up to the next step. And it's actually been a good feeling. I've had run across a couple of people that said to me, I did such and such a thing because you told me. And I don't even remember.
Yeah, right. Isn't it great,
telling
though?
them,
I think it's really special when somebody tells you the impact that you've had on their lives because you're just doing you, and we as people don't realize that what we say and do does impact people. And when that comes back to you, I think that's the greatest feeling in the world, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Like I said, in this group that I'm in, 2 of my young men in the that I mentored in the Necktie Club are in this group, so I feel real good about it.
That's really, really great, and it just shows, well, first of all, it shows the depth of people that we have in our county that are making us all proud for sure, and I think that's pretty neat that they were part of your being mentored by you, and you're all here together, which is really nice. That's excellent. Well, we appreciate you. We're so glad you're part of our community, even though it might just be part of the year, but we'll take it. Oh, goodness, I was not clicking the right button. All right. Yes, want to thank him. We will take it, even if it is for part of the year, since they are snowbirds. You get to see Earl Robbins, and you get to see the artist's depiction in photographs and video and in an artwork on February 5th at African Americans of Excellence. I want to thank, look, Mike Scahill. Look at you. The Old Man Fireman's Catering Company. I'm just kidding. It's not Old Man, but that's what I call it. That's my name for it. And want to thank you for joining and leaving a comment. We always love that. Liking, sharing, leaving comments helps to get the word out, not only about Good Morning Frederick, really, but about the nonprofits we talk about, the local businesses that we promote as well. Tune in tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., or you can watch anytime on YouTube. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Have an amazing day. Let's do what we know how to do best, Frederick. Let's have a great day, and let's be great as we